Hi there, thanks for joining me. I am Kim at Stamp with Kimberly, and this week, this is card number 3 of what I did over on my Motivation Monday on Facebook this week. Even though it's Tuesday today, I'm redoing these videos for you just to split them up so it wasn't so long. And this one is going to be the stack and shuffle card. And I know it's like been around for a long time, but this paper that I'm using is so pretty that I thought it would be perfect to use with this technique. This is Traditions of Christmas. This is new in the holiday mini catalog, and it comes with 2 different bundles that you can get. So you can get it as a suite, or you can just get them individually. And this paper is just stunning on one side. It's got the gold foil, and then on the other side, it's more traditional colors. So they all coordinate and they all work well together. So I thought this would be a perfect one for this technique. And if you've seen this before, great. And if not, I hope I show you something new, because this is super simple to do. So if you need to mass produce a whole bunch of Christmas cards, which we all usually do, then this is a perfect one for you. And the paper pretty much speaks for itself. We are going to be changing this up a little bit today. I've already got lots of little things cut out of the paper. And then I have a few. I made this one, I think, first as a sample. And then I did this one yesterday on my Motivation Monday. So we just changed up the paper a little bit. But when you make one, I cut 3 pieces of paper yesterday. So I ended up with 3 stack shuffle cards that I can mount these on bases, and then I'll have 2 more cards. But this is kind of like the basic design if you use 3 pieces of paper. Today we're going to use 4 different ones, and we're going to make 4 different cards, and we're going to embellish them with these. Now, some of these embellishments, let me show you real quick. So the Christmas greenery has these beautiful florals in it that you can stamp and you can color with your blends. They've got these little pine sprigs and the berries, but they also have these standalones that I love. This one, this is my favorite. This is the sprig, and it's quite large. So this is good for scrapbooking pages. It's good for home decor. And then there's also this one right here. And so that's a nice, really big leaf. I have one cut out here for you. I'll show you. So they're very pretty. But also in this set, you have these 2. And what these do is these actually cut out your designer paper. So I don't have a lot of paper left. Actually, I'm literally down to some scraps here, and I don't throw these away either, because I can fussy cut these out and I can use these for the inside of my cards, or for just fill-ins on my scrapbooking pages or whatever. But I have pretty much demolished this whole pack of paper, even down to the little ones, because these are perfect for inside your card. So we are going to flip through these today. We're going to piece some together. We are going to have to modify some of these to make them work, but then this is what we're going to be using to decorate the front of our cards. Now, also in this set, there's this cute little bow, and this makes, I got some cut out here, that's why I thought I'd show you. It makes these cute little bows here, and it is a 3-piece die. So you have your top, you have your ribbon, and then you have this little square here that you can pop up and put on your little bow there. So these are super cute. So I cut out some of those. I thought maybe we might use these. So let's get started, and I will show you how to do the bones of this card. And then the embellishing is the fun part, so we can do that together. So the stamp set that I'm using for the sentiments, let me bring my cards back in. That is Sending Love and Joy, and that's out of Traditional Labels. Now, this is another set that has all of the labels that coordinate with the stamp set, and these are a lot of fun to mix and match and layer on top of each other as well. So we have, like, that will fit in there. This one will fit in there. This one, you could use this. So they're a lot of fun to mix and match. There's also this ribbon one in here, and that's the one that we're using today. So I've cut out 4 of these. We're just going to keep it simple and use the same products for all 4 of our cards today. So we have this one and the Christmas greenery. So I'm going to put these aside, and we'll use these as our little samples here. So what you need first is 4 bases. So I've used Secret Sea and Old Olive. I'm not sure exactly how this will pan out, but I know that all these colors coordinate because they're all in the paper pack. So I just kind of mixed and matched. I got some Pool Party over here in Secret Sea. So we will make this work. Have no fear. So we have 4 pieces of 5 1/4 by 4 white, and this is going to be for the insides of our card. I have 4 more pieces of 5 1/4 by 4, and that is going to be for the border around the front. Now you can make this card without the border. You're just going to cut your designer paper 5 1/4 by 4 instead of what I did today. So it's up to you if you want to have the border or not. I like the way that the border looks. So I'll show you the directions of how I made these cards. And if you miss anything, you can go over to Stamp with Kimberly, and they are up on my blog. So white 5 1/4 by 4. Now, the fun part is picking out your paper. So you want to make sure that your paper coordinates, because we're going to flip and flop them. So I've picked out 4 of the pieces that I thought would work well together. These are all the florals on this side, but they're all more like your subdued colors on this side, and they all coordinate. So if I wanted to do like more elegant blingy cards, I could use this side, and if I wanted more traditional Christmas, I could use this side. Or we could go like this and flip them this way, or whichever way you want. That's the fun part of this. So I'm going to flip these something like this, and we will see what we come up with. So what I used is 5 by 3 3/4. I've already cut 4 pieces down. Now, as many pieces of this that you cut, that's how many cards you're going to get. So if I only cut 3 pieces at once, then I would get 3 cards to make. So I'm using 4, so we're going to end up with 4 cards today. So what you want to do is, like I said, these are already cut down 5 by 3 3/4. And the nice thing about our paper cutter is that you can cut all of these at one time if you want. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can do 2 at a time, 1 at a time. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to put these in, and what I want to do first, your first cut is going to be at 2 3/4. So I'm going to line all of these up right here at 2 3/4. I'm going to get them as straight as I possibly can. Okay, and then I'm going to cut. So I'm going to take all of these off, and I'm going to set them aside here. Now, what is left, I'm going to take it and turn it, and I'm going to put it in at 2 1/4. So again, I'm lining them all back up, making sure they're all nice and straight up to the top, and I'm going to cut these. So now I have these 2 pieces over here. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this, and this will be your 3rd cut, and this is your final cut. So you're going to take all of these pieces. Remember, we cut it straight down like this. Now we're going to take this and turn it, and we are going to put these back in, and we're going to put them at the 2-inch mark. We're going to get these nice and straight here. Make sure they're all in, and we're going to cut these. Okay, so there is our pieces for the card. So now all we have to do, some people I've seen them take them and like they do, this will be card, this will be your first one. So then you pick up your second stack and you say 1, 2, and then you pick up your next stack and you say 1, 2, let me do it this way, 1, 2, 3, and then you pick up your next stack and it would be your fourth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can do something like that. Now you do it again. So you go 1, let me make sure you guys can see here. So you can go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, the good part of this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do all of these. So we're going to go like this, and then like this, and then that, and then this one. Oops. Let me see. This one. One of these. Look, I should have stuck to the system. So we are going to flip-flop these. Now, the good thing is, actually, this is the only one that's like that. You can do it like this to make it easier for you, but then you go back and you're like, I kind of like this look. Okay. And then you're like, okay, that's a pretty floral. This is a pretty floral. I like this Secret C. So let me see. Do I have... Oh, here's another Secret C. So let's do that. This is the red. It goes with it. And this green kind of pulls out the green in this. So you could always kind of split these up like that. Okay. You see where I'm going with this? You can just kind of move them around to suit you. We haven't done this one yet. So let's do that. And we got these pretty ones. We could do something like this. Do I like that one? Yeah, I think I like this one. And then we have this one. So we've only done one plaid, so I'll stick with this plaid. I'll do the big one in the Secret C. I do like that floral. And then I think we'll stick with, let me see, that would be nice. Or we could do that. I think I like this. Okay, so there is your 4 cards, just kind of laid out real quick. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring in your 4 pieces of 5 1/4 by 4 white, and we are just going to glue these onto here. All right, so if you're, I'll leave this here for reference. So you can turn these any way that you want. You can even, of course, flip-flop these, or you can flip-flop these, however you want to do it. It depends on, like, how do you like your lines, I guess. So we will just start gluing these down. Some of these are so beautiful. I hate to cover them up. So let me make sure I'm in here. So you're just leaving yourself a little bit of a border all the way around. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to glue it right next to it. I do have 2 other, well, actually 1 other video out. Like I said, this is the set that I featured on my Motivation Monday. And it's over on Facebook and Create with Kim. So if you would like to join us over there, then it is a private group. When I created it years ago, I didn't know all the rules, I guess, and I created a private group, and so you have to ask to join, and of course, you know, it's not a big deal, but it's just one extra step that we have to do. if I would have known, I would have created a public group and it would have made it easier, but that's okay because we're a nice, quiet little group over there that I come to once a week, and I try to post all the other good stuff too, but once a week I come on Monday, and we usually make about 3 projects. But last week, I don't know, me and technology, that is not my friend. So I was having issues and I ended up losing my video, and I didn't realize everybody else was gone, and so I had to redo it. And when I made it again and uploaded it to YouTube, the quality was just horrible. So I decided this week I was just going to go back to doing it the original way, and I make my cards for them over on Facebook, and then I come here and I do them for you guys. So hopefully the quality will be a little better. It's all these things. I was never going to be on YouTube. I just didn't want to, I guess. I didn't know how to, and I didn't know where to start. So when Facebook decided that they were going to start deleting our videos after 30 days, I was like, okay, I have to figure out a way, some place to put my videos so that people can check them out when they want to. If I made something and they're like, oh, how did she do that? Before, they could just scroll down and look on my Facebook page, but now they weren't going to have anywhere to go. So I was like, all right, I have to figure this out. So please be patient with me sometimes when it comes to videos. It's all a learning process, but it works. We make it work. So again, you see I'm just playing, flipping, flopping, picking what sides I like. And already we've got these 3. And then I got this one. The other video that I did, I made 2 cards over on there. So one of them is a fun fold. One of them is using your scraps. So that is a great one to watch when we all end up with scraps. And sometimes you're kind of overwhelmed and you just want to clean them out and be done with them. And I showed you, this is pretty too. That would be too much red. Okay, I'll stick to the plan. I showed you how you could use up your scraps and you could make lots of cards. I'm going to split these reds up here. Lots of cards just using your scraps. So if you'd like to see that video, then you can pop on over and view that one. And we're going to put this one here. So again, I like the border. I think it makes the colors stand out here. And just like that, we've created 4 cards. All right, so I'm going to bring in some bases here. We'll see which ones we like. Again, I'm using Secret Sea and Old Olive. I think I'm going to go with the green on that one. This one would, I think, might be too much blue, but I don't know. It actually is pretty. All right, let's continue here. Let's see. Yeah, I like that one. We'll do that one. And then this one, that brings out the green there. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these. Now you can wrap ribbon around these. I'm just going to embellish them. That is the whole point of these cards, is when you just need quick cards. So we're just going to go with that today. You can always add lots of embellishments if that's what you choose. You can turn them this way You can turn it this way. I think I like that. It's always fun to just move things around, and just, you never know what you're going to come up with. Okay. So let me know in the comments if you've ever made a video, or a video. Yeah, let me know if you made a video. Let me know if you've made these cards before, and how many did you get done at once? Like I cut 4, and that's usually about the limit. My cutter won't cut much more than 4 pieces at a time. But did you go back and did you make 4 more? And then you made 4 more. Like, what was your, how many did you make using this? So there you go. Just like that, we've got 4 really pretty cards. And I think all the patterns just work perfectly together. Now we've got the 4 white pieces for the inside. So we'll go ahead and put these in. I know I should stamp these first, but we're gonna be brave today. So we'll pop these in. Okay, one more. All right, so now the fun begins. Let me show you guys really quick. I made these cards with a fall theme the other day, and I just used some of our plaid paper, and then this one, I think that one was Splendid Autumn. Yes, it was this paper here. So I thought that those turned out really well. Again, same technique, just used different paper. These are, again, are the traditional labels. And then here's some of the dies out of the set. And I thought those turned out really pretty too. So there's that. So let me see, we can start designing these. Look at all of this goodness I have. Oh my goodness. So we know we have a label for each. So I'm going to put those aside. I'm just going to make it simple and do our labels. We can do like this. Let's do, I don't know, we're going to put that one yet. Let's probably do this one. And then we have all these greenery sprigs, so we could put these like that, maybe 2. We could put it across like that. Got to make sure it fits on the card here. These are really nice sprigs. I love those. Okay, I'm going to have to glue that before I, there we go. Then there's this one. So of course, we're going to add in some of these beautiful designer paper. Now, like I said, don't throw out when you get around to the edges here and you don't think you have anything left. I have fussy cut some of these out, and this is where you can stick them in. Even this one that's cut off, you can go something like this and stick that in. And then we have this little piece here, so we can go something like that. Okay. And then this one, I have one little piece that's cut off up here. We may have to do some surgery on that one. let's see here. Some of these are big pieces. Now that looks just like that, so I might want to steer away from that one. This one, I think, could use this. Something like that. And we'll add a little greenery or something. That's cut off right there, so I can either hide it or I can doctor it up here. Let's see, we got some green. We could do something like that. Add some more florals down here. And then I have these little gold sprigs that I don't know where they came from. They've been sitting here on my desk. I wish I could remember actually what die set these came out of, because I really do like these as fill-ins. So we can split these up between the cards. Oh, this one fell apart on me again. So we can do something like that. We're kind of losing that green here. I do like this a lot. Let's see what we can do with this one. I might have to cut these down. And we could do like that. Even these little pieces here, we could stick them in here. Have them kind of overlapping. So anything that you want to make it easy to decorate. And then we have these bows here, so we can always come back in and fill in with these bows. This one's got blue on it. We don't have to use them all, like that one already has the bow, so we don't necessarily need the bow on that one. I don't have any pool party on this one, so let me see. We could probably fit this one in somewhere. So I'm just going to play with all of these and tuck them and do different things to them, and I will get them glued down for you, and I will be right back. Okay, I got some of the pieces glued down. I didn't want to glue them all because I wanted to show you guys what I was doing here. So this one I got glued down, and you can check that one out. I added the gold sprigs here. I thought it matched that really well. I did add the little bow with this hanging down. I thought it looked good to have, like it was, the bow was tied onto that little sprig there. And then I just added a little flower on the inside. I'll go back and stamp these. This one, I added 2 of the sprigs. Now, because they are so long, I ended up cutting the sprigs in half. So on this card is where I used the remainder of the sprigs. So I'll show you guys that in just a second. These are just fill-in pieces, like they were cut off from the corners of the designer paper. So these tuck up under there nicely, and I like the way that this one turned out. And we just have this, and I can stamp my sentiment on here. Just using up more scraps here. So, and then this was another flower that was from the corner. So what I wanted to show you is this one right here. So I ink blended some of these sprigs here, and I found some more little scraps on my desk this is like a little vellum gold piece. So I put that in there. Now, if you look real close, you can see these are 2 pieces right here. So this was the end of the designer paper, the corner, and then this was another piece that was cut off right there. So that's where I did my little surgery on them, and I just put them together. And you can't really see the line, but I thought, okay, since it's right there, I'm just going to put my sentiment right over that. And then I just tucked this one up in there too, so it kind of fills it in. So I didn't really want to cover my bow. I just want to put that there. So that way it just covers up that little split right there. So don't ever throw away all your scraps again, because you can always use those to tuck and put in different places. And then I just put a little flower down there. And then this one, this is the one that you can see where I pieced it together. So this is the other half of the sprig right here. And it was straight right here. Let me see if I get something to point here. So it was straight right here. And so I just took my scissors and I kind of made it pointy, went down in there. I did the same thing over here, but I didn't want it to look like it was unfinished. So I just put a gold sprig right over top of that. So that's what I'm going to do on this side as well. I'm just going to put that right over there. I just didn't glue it down yet because I wanted you guys to see the process and what I was doing here. So I'm going to put that just right in here. That kind of fills in that little gap there, so you never know it was chopped off. Stay. And then these two pieces, oh, this one was for the inside. This is one that was just on the corner, so I can fill in with this right here. I already have a lot of florals up here, so it kind of gets lost if I put it up here. So I thought I would put it down here at the bottom. That doesn't want to stick. Stay. So I'm going to just glue this one down. Maybe it'll help hold the other one. Okay. And then I can pop this up on dimensionals and put right over top there, and it kind of covers all that center stuff right there. Nobody will ever know again that it was pieced together. So let me grab a few dimensionals here. Now again, of course, you can always use ribbon on these. You can wrap some twine through these. I did consider doing that. Like if I wrapped my twine and put this over it, I thought that would be really pretty. But I was trying to keep these simple for you guys and just show you how fast they can come together. So I didn't do a lot of extra little things that you can always do. Now this piece right here was a corner piece. So I just wanted to show you, I didn't glue this down yet. I wanted to show you, you could put it here. You could put it this way. You could put it on any of your corners. Okay. I think I'm going to put it here. Yes, it's a big piece, but I still have room over here to do my stamping and sign it. So again, it's just another way to use up some scraps that you wouldn't otherwise use. So I'm just going to stick that right in there. It just makes a nice little pop of color when they open up their cards. So you have all of this prettiness going on the outside with the gold and all the fun stuff, and then you open it up and you also still have the flowers inside. So I'm going to throw on a few little embellishments here. I think I might use some of these low profile. I know the Secret Sea will match, and actually these green ones might work as well. So let me put some of these on for you. I like the blue pop of color on these cards. I like that. And then we'll do this one. Try to put them over here on the different colors. That way they pop a little bit more. Let's put a white one, or put it on the white. And then let's do one up here. Okay. And then let's put some green ones on. And we'll do a small one. There we go. And one more. So I hope this gave you guys some ideas of what you could do with your paper and with your scraps. Oops, that one just went flying. And there's so many ways that you can embellish and add to this, but like I said, I just wanted to keep it simple for you guys and show you. Now, if you just didn't want to add all the extras, these are the ones that I made over on Facebook. And I just glued it flat. I didn't add any extra embellishments or sprigs or anything like that. And you can see, I mean, they still turned out really cute and simple. They're flat, so they're easy for mailing. And then these two I still have to do. So look at that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards right here. But I just really love all the detail in this. And again, you could stamp and color and do all that yourself. But if you have the designer paper, then it's just beautiful, sparkly, pretty cards. And then aren't these sprigs just really, I love them. I like this big leaf here too. So there's that. And then this one. Okay, so that's what I have for you today for the shuffle card. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you give it a try, then let me know. Let me know if you if I gave you any tips that you liked, or if you've never done this before and you like the idea, then drop me something in the comments and let me know that you liked this video. So thanks for watching, and don't forget that if you need the dimensions again for how to cut this, then they will be over on my blog at Stamp with Kimberly. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great week. Bye-bye.